morning, everybody. Welcome to pre-market update. Happy Thursday. Let's see how things are going in terms of futures. Just in the middle, in the neutral zone, just going around. This is only for day trading, guys. This chart. S&P 500 also hovering near the neutral zone. So what we do, if we go back to the green zone, look to buy. If we go back to the red zone, look to sell. Just one thing to note, futures also, like, let me go to this daily chart and I want to show you something that there are some gaps, okay, at the top side on S&P 500, even on few SPX already have a gap, but even futures have gap. That's very rare. So there's a gap here. MNQ have no gaps, but futures have those gaps. So I just wanted to show you that. And then also, if I go to long-term chart, which tells us where the bottom could happen. So you can see this is the area where I'm expecting it to bottom. So we can see here time and time again we do come and touch this area and then try to bottom. So I'm looking for a bottom somewhere here. RSI already was very oversold. You can see red, and whenever we come very oversold, we're looking for at least a bounce. A bounce is also due. So we could bounce to at minimum this neutral zone, which is around 58.92 right now on US 500. And if I look at MES chart, that area is around 59.23. So at minimum, a bounce to fill these gaps and to the neutral zone will take us to around 6% higher from here. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And let's go back to daily chart and see how things are going on SPX. You can see here looking for a bounce. So this bounce could fail and we probably bottom 18th of March, which is next Tuesday, or we could bottom now already. So this could be a couple of days earlier or late. But at minimum, looking for this rally to fill these two gaps. So on S&P 500, these two gaps are almost 4% away on here. So looking for this rally, and then also this stop gap. So eventually we'll be at all-time high at some point. Okay, I don't know when. At some point we should be back to this all-time high, and that's almost 10% away. So keep that in mind. Nasdaq also, you can see a couple of gaps here. So Nasdaq from where we are to fill these gaps are probably around 5% away. So looking for a rally to at least go above this 200 moving average. We'll see when that happens. Um, Dow Jones also below 200 moving average, looking for a rally to kind of start filling some of these gaps to the upside. IWM also same story here. On MNQ, if I go to 1 hour chart, you can see we are trying to close above these red and yellow lines, but again we got rejected overnight and now trying to do it again and getting rejected again. So not easy. A lot of bearish pressure, a lot of news in media regarding tariff. Trump and European Union now they're going back and forth. So like unbelievable negative pressure on futures here. So that's not helping the stock market too much. In terms of Bitcoin, again struggling to close above this 200 moving average, which is this blue line. Again, there's a divergence. You can see new low made with you can see if you have to see RSI higher high, PPO is equal high. So there is some divergence, but it really needs to close above this white line or yellow line. Okay, so it's not done yet. In terms of gaps, there is this top gap which is not filled, which is around 85,720. So looking for a pump to fill this gap. Ethereum also trying to fill this top gap. So looking for this pump to go and fill this top gap around 2600. We'll see when that happens. Uh, let's keep scrolling. Toronto Stock Exchange has little, I think this gap is filled. Let me go back and see 1 hour chart. So yeah, this gap is filled. So little to little rally, 0.7%. So next target could be this second gap. If I go to 1 hour chart, you can see this other gap down. So they might be trying to fill that gap now. So that's what I'm expecting. Hang Seng Index, China by the dip, sitting on this 20 moving average support. So let's see if it can buy, people can buy here and then it can bounce. Bond market also sitting on some support here. TLT gap down yesterday actually, and then let's see if they want to fill this gap fully around 88.58 and then it can bounce. In terms of commodities, oil had a nice bounce from this nice area of a buy zone trying to bounce, holding here. Any dips could be bought, I think, in my opinion. Natural gas is by the dip. You can see massive move higher a couple of days ago, and I think the seasonality wise, this should bottom somewhere by mid-March. So any weakness could be bought into. Just remember, worst case, there's some more gaps at the bottom here. Gold trying to rally, trying to go towards 3,000 sooner than later. Silver also going to follow gold. Copper also follows gold. Sugar is again in the nice area buy zone. This is where you want to be buying. Wheat is near trend line, touching it again and again. Corn also buy the dip near this 200 moving average. Looking to buy here. Dollar showing strength going back in this resistance area, which was support, now turning resistance. So trying to go and recover. Gold miners trying to bounce. In terms of FANG stocks, Tesla was nicely up yesterday. This looks like a capitulation. Now backing up. Is it going to fail here, or this is going to do a V-shaped recovery? We don't know. Just take a screenshot of these gaps. Right now it looks pretty bearish. Apple also looking like it's breaking down below a lot of Apple is down from top to bottom like 17%. So for Apple to go fill these top gaps, we're looking at 20% higher pump. Okay, so keep that in mind. Meta, Facebook also looking for, you can see like all these tech stocks have still a bounce, but still a lot of, like there's a lot higher to go. Okay, ServiceNow, NVIDIA still has a lot of room to go higher. AVG also see a lot of room. One interesting note, and Intel had a new CEO. Yesterday they announced a new CEO, and now they are bouncing back, big back gap up, and it could rally. So that could be a good news for some of the chip stocks. So we'll see if that helps S&P 500 or chip sector. But other than that, looks like everything else is mostly red pre-market today. So it's going to be interesting session. MicroStrategy had a little bit of bounce. Double bottom could be possible and trying to rally, but a lot depends on Bitcoin, how Bitcoin is going to be doing. We'll see what happens. And then VIX is again coming back to some of these support lines. Probably it's going to fill support here and then try to bounce later on. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Hit the like button on your way out. And if you have any particular stocks you want me to review, put a comment. And if you want to join my private subscription where I share these levels with all the subscribers, click the join button in the description, and I share stocks I also buy there. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Have a good one. Bye.